Good morning. Well, we finally made it to the last video, which I am getting up a little bit late. This is the last mixing video, and the last painting video will be going up in just a little while. But I have gone ahead and put our colors out on that I think I'll be using today. The white, Payne's Gray, Raw Umber, Olive Green, Naples Yellow, Winsor Lemon, and Winsor Red. I think that's the names on the tubes. I don't always pay attention. Let me just double check so I don't confuse anybody. Yep. All right. Well, let's get started. The only thing we're going to be touching today is just finalizing, try to get a little bit more detail in these upper clouds right here, and a little bit more detail in these rays down below on the mountain. I put the olive green out in case I want to just do a little bit of highlighting on some trees down underneath of those sun rays. And we'll make that decision when we get started. All right, let's just start mixing. First thing I want to do is mix the colors that I need for these clouds, which will obviously be some white, and I haven't chosen the photograph we're going to use for the next painting yet, y'all. It may be, I've got to pull my box out and look through them, but hopefully I'll have it up within the next month or so, even if it's on a short. Probably won't be on a short, but anyway, I'll get it up. I'll talk to y'all about it, and if there's any extra colors that you're going to need, I'll let you know, and we will plan on starting that one sometime in January. All right, let's go ahead and add some, and I want that color to be fairly dark because I'll lighten it as I go if I need to. So get off all that extra paint so I don't carry it back into my pure color. That's probably as dark as I need it, but I also need to brown it up a little bit. You can see that. Okay, so that's why we're going to add a little bit of the raw umber. Those clouds are more of a gunmetal-y gray than a bright gray. Actually, we ended up adding some Winsor Red to that and purpling them a bit, didn't we? Forgotten about that. All right, so let's purple them a bit. That's better. I'm hoping that during the next couple of months before January that I can go ahead and have the new painting actually uploaded and ready just to release, so that I can release them every week without even having to be concerned about, you know, anything happening to slow us down a bit. That's a much better color. It can still be a little bit darker. Let's darken it just a little bit more for our base color. But the ideal situation that I'm hoping for is that I can have a painting up and running while I'm working on another painting, so I never have to worry about things, you know, about the pressure of, oh no, I didn't get my video finished for this week and I'm right in the middle of gardening season or whatever. And those of you that are gardeners will understand. when it's gardening season, you just don't want to be, you know, obligated to anything else because everything is so weather dependent. If it's a pretty day and it's rained for 3 or 4 days, you don't want to have to say, oh no, I've got this other thing over here that needs to be done. No, you want to get out in your garden and do the things that need to be done right then. All right, I think that's close enough. Now I'm going to take part of this color and I am going to lighten it pretty significantly. Let me wipe off my spatula because we're going to put some more highlights in this painting today than we did the last time. Even if we have to use our imagination. It's hard to work from a photograph a bit, simply because when your eyes start, you know, getting a little bit older like mine are, it's sometimes harder to see the detail you're looking for. So you have to just imagine it. All right, now let's make some highlight. And I do remember that we didn't want to use this really, really intense pink, so we softened it with some Naples yellow. Not enough to take it out of the pink realm, but just enough to make it not quite as intensely pink. And there's just a place or two that has that. And I want to take about half of this and purple it up a bit. And we'll do that by adding some Payne's Gray. Added too much Payne's Gray. Let's go back and grab quite a bit more of the red. I'll have to put more of some of the Winsor red out. Yeah, you can see that color up on further into the clouds. And you know what? Let's take half of that and half of this and just make us a mid-range purple. There we go. All right, I think that's going to give us enough color for our clouds. Now, let's put us a little bit more Winsor. I hear my chickens. They're laying their eggs this morning. All right. Now, these colors down in here are so intense that sometimes, and I don't know y'all, sometimes I will actually soften down or dull down the intensity of colors, because in a painting, you know, nature can get away with a whole lot more than we can in a painting. And if you put the color into a painting that it is actually in the photograph or in real life, sometimes it is just too much. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is absolutely the truth. Nature can get away with more than we can with paintbrush. So let's mix several colors. All right, and now I'm going to soften them just a little bit with my Naples. that yellow because I do want that a little bit more intense than I just made it. All right, now those are still some really, really intense colors, but they're not quite as intense as they are in the photograph. I don't know if you can see the difference in there or not, but I think that's going to be a good color palette to work with this morning, and I'm ready to get started painting. All right, I'm going to shoot this out to you and let y'all be messing around with mixing your colors while I get started on finishing this painting up, and I'll get it out to you in just a little bit. All right, love y'all. Bye-bye.